unwavering dedication. My name is Joey P. I'm CEO of Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and we are proud to highlight this month's MMC Heart for Healing recipient.
A grateful patient wrote about a 3-week stay at Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital. When they were finally allowed to shower, Nurse Michaela Easterwood went above and beyond, washing and styling their hair with such care that Mom had one less worry. Even when she wasn't assigned to them, Michaela used her own breaks to stop by, check in, and bring comfort. Her kindness restored dignity and hope. That's why Michaela Easterwood is our Heart for Healing.
If a doctor, nurse, or other medical professional has made a difference in your life, tell your good neighbor station, WGNS. Nominate them for the MMC Heart for Healing Award and help us recognize the medical heroes in our community. Compassion deserves recognition, and healing begins with the heart.
FM 1019, FM 100.5, WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. We're the Good Neighbor Network. FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro. FM 100.5 Smyrna. Audio and video streaming at WGNSradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Playana to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in. It's Rutherford Issues from News Radio WGNS. Happy you are along for the ride today. If you want to find out about the American Red Cross and the great work that's being done right here in our community, you should go back and listen into the Roundtable podcast from last hour. If you missed the show, got that podcast up. Great reminder that catch our podcast anytime, anywhere. Maybe 2 a.m. Can't sleep? Well, might as well learn something, right? Or maybe it's this afternoon on the drive home and just pull up podcast and find out what's going on right here in our community from the Wake Up Crew, Action Line, Roundtable, Rutherford Issues, all of our local shows, All Sports Talk. We'll be on this afternoon at 5 o'clock, Financial Coaching Radio. And Dalton does our Rutherford Roundup. It's about 5 to 7 minutes of local news. So get you caught up on just about everything we know about. So check those podcasts out in the podcast section of wgnsradio.com or wherever you take on podcast information. Obviously, we've got it hosted on our website, but you get the video version from Big G TV on YouTube, Facebook, other platforms. Also, audio from Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, in many cases, Amazon Podcast. So, got you covered right here on WGNS and our network of podcast platforms. So many ways to consume your Good Neighbor station. That's why we kind of call it the Good Neighbor Network. It's all working together. So, I kind of got off on a tangent already this morning. Saying good morning to today's Good Neighbor of the Day. Kent Ayer is the Good Neighbor, the SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day, for his extensive community leadership and his role as chair of the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce. Kent Ayer receiving flowers from Jenny Harrison and everybody at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with WGNS Radio, the Good Neighbor of the Day today, Kent Ayer. Thanks to Ryan Flowers for continuing to partner with us to make the Good Neighbor of the Day possible. Thanks to you, our great community folks out there who are kind of the pulse of what's going on here in Rutherford County. And so you're who better to tell us, well, this person has done this, and I think this person, Good Neighbor of the Day, is a great idea for them. You know, they've done this and that. That's what we need. So how do you do it? We've tried to make it super simple. If you simply text the word neighbor, okay, N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R, text the word neighbor to our number here, 615-893-1450. You'll get a reply. And just tap on the link, fill out the information, click submit when you're done, and it is pretty much that easy. You can also get to that at wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor. All right? So a couple of the easy ways that you can get in Good Neighbor of the Day to us. What else should we chat about? Birthday Club, that's it. Can't forget that. The Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club winner today happens to be Freeland Tolbert. So Freeland gets to enjoy not only his 99th birthday today, but also gets to have some banana pudding. I bet in his lifetime, Freeland has had some good banana pudding. But he's about to get some great banana pudding. Slick Pig, 1920 East Main, right here in Murfreesboro. Helps us salute all of the birthdays and anniversaries we may have in any given day. And then, after that, we announce all the names that are on the list around 8 o'clock every morning during the weekdays, and then give away banana pudding to one lucky person. And it happens to be Freeland Tolbert today. Thanks to Slick Pig, and thanks to all of those who call in birthdays and anniversaries to us. Well, why don't we get a little forecast here after I remind you that we're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. You know, you can open your curtains during the daytime to let the sun naturally warm your home, and then close them at night to keep the heat in. Just a few of the energy tips on the My Energy Plan section of the MTE website, mte.com/myenergyplan.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, a quick look from our downtown studios. Looking back toward the tallest building in the county. It's not the tallest structure. Do you know what the tallest structure is? It's the WGNS Tower. Very near our studios. Yeah, 328 feet. Let's see. We've got cloudy skies, but 26 degrees. I think that's last hour's reading. It's 28 at the Murfreesboro Airport, 29 at the Smyrna Airport. Going to see a bit of a warm-up today before we come crashing back down to reality for the weekend. If you thought this cold punch of air we've just kind of gotten through was rough, just wait until this weekend. And there's a little chance of snow in the forecast. Before you ask, I'm not thinking any ice, and we're not thinking a ton here, all right? So we'll jump into it here in just a second.
Well, Brian, it looks like partial sunshine will develop here for today. We'll see high around 40 degrees, and winds will be rather calm. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low near 23. Friday, cloudy, high around 37 degrees, and Saturday, mostly cloudy, high around about 22. By Sunday, partial sunshine develops, high of 30 degrees, and Monday we'll see partly sunny skies, a high around 41. Tuesday, cloudy, high around 45 degrees. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. Let's take a look at our Rutherford weather radar. We're looking at the next 6 to 10 days. Below normal temperatures are expected for us here in Rutherford County. How about the next 8 to 14 days? Below normal temperatures are expected here in Rutherford County. What about the next 3 to 4 weeks? Below normal temperatures are expected here in Rutherford County. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to be like single digits at night and 28 for a high or anything like that, but just below normal temperatures. We're going to be in I would think an average would be low 40s, upper 30s possibly for highs and things of that nature. So, with that being said, I did tell you that we've got a few little snow chances coming up here in the forecast. There's a big system. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but if you keep up with the weather at all, we're expecting a system in South Carolina, North Carolina, and up into the Northeast this weekend to bring snow measured in feet. That's right. It's going to be snowing and in the teens there. But as this system begins to phase with the Gulf Stream moisture to give them a lot of snow, we think we could see some snow showers here as well. So some light snow, possibly. Models are picking up on a little bit of it. But maybe Saturday. Well, this could be Friday. A few little snow showers, but this shows a little bit of back building back into our area by Saturday afternoon. Light snow showers, and then that system, of course, gets cranking and pulls off to the east and right up the eastern seaboard. But slight chance of some wintry mischief. What are the chances? Well, the chances of greater or equal to a half an inch of snow for Rutherford County is about 11%. Okay, so take that to the bank. Now, earlier in the week, it was trending that we weren't going to get anything. So we have been trending more towards some snow, but the snow threat, again, is low. Chance for a dusting, a little bit higher, okay? So you can see some flurries flying out there. It's not going to be any snow that you're going to be able to go out and sled and that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. The big story going to be the frigid temperatures this weekend. We're going to spend some 70 consecutive hours with temperatures below freezing. Finally get back above freezing on Monday, it looks like. And then some moderating temperatures after that. So the big story, the cold weather. It's like 45 next Tuesday. Can't wait for that. So that's a look at your Rutherford weather forecast. During impactful and severe weather, we're live on the Rutherford Weather Channel to keep you updated on what's happening with our local Rutherford County weather. So be sure to check us out there, RutherfordWX.com. That stands for Rutherford Weather, RutherfordWX.com. Be sure to pick your favorite social platform, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, X, whatever that favorite social platform is for you. And like, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you'll never miss an update. Would suggest that maybe you pick something like Facebook or X, one of those two, Instagram. We do post there, like not everything is worthy of a video, for instance. So if we're watching something early in the week, that kind of thing, we'll post there. When it comes to impactful weather, we do a video or two right before the event, and during the event, we're live. So be sure to check it out. And, of course, this past weekend was a great example of that. We're live on the Rutherford Weather Channel, but for those who are without power during the height of the storm, what was going on, we're doing radio updates. We did updates both Saturday and Sunday on the hour every hour, so you knew when to kind of plan to be around the radio so you could listen for those without power. But continual updates. That's kind of how we work this out on the Rutherford Weather Channel to keep you updated, not only on winter weather, but could be an active spring severe weather season too. So we'll keep an eye on all of that with Rutherford Weather.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
The Federal Reserve kicked off 2026 by leaving its benchmark interest rate unchanged Wednesday at a rate of 3.5% to 3.75% after 3 straight rate cuts last year. The central bank acknowledged that economic growth is strong and unemployment relatively low, but there are still concerns about the labor market and inflation. Tesla is betting big on robo-taxis and robots. CEO Elon Musk said the EV maker will shut down production of its Model S and Model X vehicles in its Fremont, California facility to make Optimus robots there instead. The move comes after Tesla reported a sharp earnings drop last year. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jesse Mitchell.
Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is off 165 points, 48,850. S&P off 72, 6905. The Nasdaq down 473 at 23,383.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on WGNS, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, and on Big G TV by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, making healthcare easier, finding a doctor, to checking your records. MMC offers everything you need all in one place. That's Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. World news from CBS coming up for you right now. And this update is brought to you by the Winter Farmers Market.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, said today a possible drawdown in Minnesota could come if local authorities cooperate, suggesting a change in strategy by federal agents going after illegal migrants, as Ian Lee reports.
If someone is undocumented, if they're in the jail, then the jail will hand that person over to federal authorities. He says that is crucial because one agent can arrest one person. If that person is released, he says, then you need over a dozen agents to, one, go to that person's house to make that arrest. But also, he says you have to have a security detail also with that group to protect them against potential protesters. And so he says that creates a big presence on the street.
Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine says immigration operations there have come to an end, as Michael Wallace reports.
Collins says she asked Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to have ICE reconsider its approach to the immigration crackdown in Maine. The Republican senator says there are no ongoing or planned large-scale ICE operations. Maine Attorney General Aaron Fry says he received more than a dozen credible complaints about excessive force by federal agents.
We have concerns about the way in which First Amendment rights have been trampled on.
In ICE's latest operation in Maine, called Catch of the Day, agents have made more than 200 arrests. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns reports from Capitol Hill there is a possible deal to fund the government and address Democrats' concerns over DHS funding.
Essentially, what Democrats want to do, and the White House apparently seems open to this, is separate out that DHS funding bill from the rest of the package. So pass the rest of the package, things like funding the Pentagon, transportation, education, and other agencies, pass a shorter-term funding bill for DHS to buy more time for negotiations over ICE policy, immigration policy to continue. So a deal seems to be shaping up to avert a government shutdown at this point.
In the South, the ice from the winter storm continues to cause problems. No power or water to many. Reporter Katie Weiss has the latest from Oxford, Mississippi.
It has become a pretty dire situation for over 100,000 people across the state of Mississippi who are still without power, now day 5 in a row without power. And here in Oxford, there are several people, thousands of people, who are also without any running water.
The death toll from the storm across the country stands at least 60. It swept across 2/3 of the nation. On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are lower. The Dow Jones Industrial is off 306 points. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
DQ presents The Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
CBS's Michael Toscano reports U.S. life expectancy hit an all-time high in 2024.
It's 79 years, according to numbers just out from the CDC, and it's the highest ever. CDC's National Center for Health Statistics cites the drop in COVID-19 infections and also lower death rates from heart disease, cancer, and drug overdoses. Heart disease remains the nation's leading cause of death, even as its fatality rate dropped 3% for the second year in a row, attributed to better medical treatment and weight management. Despite some good news here, the U.S. still ranks below dozens of other countries for longevity. Michael Toscano, CBS News, Washington.
New data shows men are getting twice as much plastic surgery as they once were, the numbers doubling in less than a decade. Younger men and those in the Middle East and Latin America have been particularly keen on getting procedures. The figures were released by the cosmetic medicine industry meeting in Paris. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Who doesn't just love a good sale, especially a good sale at a thrift store? Here at Steered Straight to Furniture and Thrift here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're having a sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday from 9 to 7, Sunday 11 to 5. All clothes, jackets, and coats 30% off, so you can cozy up in some warm clothes for 30% off. Plus, fill a bag of books all weekend long, so you get to get a good book plus coziness here at Steered Straight to Furniture and Thrift.
Fresh cut greens and oven warm bread, jars of sweet jam will be red. Good food, good folks, flavors that shine from winter's chill to spring sunshine. Rutherford County Market at Lane Agri Park.
Local farmers with local meats, vegetables, and other produce at the Winter Spring Rutherford County Farmers Market every Friday through April.
You'll find it there from frost to boundless seas and sing. We're winter tough and welcoming spring. So bundle up and make your way every Friday at Lane Agri Park.
At the Lane Agri Park in Murfreesboro.
The folks running Sunday's Grammy Awards ceremony on CBS say don't expect a new category for Best AI Song, but if an artist uses it to help them write or produce a track, they won't be disqualified. They say as long as the human part is what's being honored, AI can still be part of the artist's secret sauce. Oh, there are now 95 total categories, including 2 new ones this year, Best Traditional Country Album and Best Album Cover. Yeah, it's about time they started making square trash cans for pizza boxes like they're doing in San Francisco. They installed a 4-sided trash can in a neighborhood known for its pizza joints because you can't put a square box into a round bin. It's even got a pizza box size slot, which is a little cheesy. Why is a weird looking stuffed horse suddenly the new Labubu? They made thousands of these smiling plush toys in China to mark the upcoming year of the horse, except someone accidentally sewed the smile upside down. That's what's trending. I'm Christian Chase.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit RecycleRightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you. That's RecycleRightTN.com.
Recycle Right is It's all on you. Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Navy veteran Matt Thompson founded a heating and air conditioning company using the skills he learned in the military. But it was his interest in social media that took his business to a whole new level.
So I watched these guys on YouTube. I learned from all of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start doing it too. I'm just going to start making videos. But I started making videos of me making moonshine, cooking, fishing, whatever. And then I started integrating my work. Some of it's, technical, educational, and some of it's funny. And hey, I get customers from that. So now, not only am I getting customers from the social media is paying me monthly.
TV's #1 news program is available whenever you want with the 60 Minutes podcast. Follow and listen to 60 Minutes on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking for the best Blue Raider gear in town? Raider Tees has you covered. From stylish apparel and hats to unique MT-themed gifts and accessories, we've got everything a true Blue Raider fan needs. Whether you're headed to the game, shopping for a fellow fan, or just want to show off your Middle Tennessee pride, Raider Tees is the go-to spot. Stop by 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS, and check out our unbeatable selection. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA, the Cavaliers had no issues with the Lakers.
Mitchell, right wing three, bullseye! Nobody went out to get Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan said, I'll take that clean look. Buried it.
You heard it all on the Cavaliers radio network. They rolled past the Lakers 129-99. Mitchell had 25 points. Cleveland has won 5 in a row. The Spurs topped the Rockets 111-99. Victor Wembanyama had 28 points and 16 rebounds. Knicks were down but rallied to beat the Raptors 119-92. And the Warriors rolled past the Jazz 140-124. Steph Curry led the way with 27 points. In the NFL, the Chargers are hiring Western Michigan defensive coordinator Chris O'Leary as their new defensive coordinator. And in the NHL, the Senators outscored the Avalanche 5-2.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, we've got a slow return to sports. We're really going to start cranking back up here after the Arctic cold and icy conditions. Actually, gets going tonight with the Middle Tennessee men's basketball team hosting Liberty this evening. It'll be 5:30 airtime, so right after a shortened edition of All Sports Talk. That'll be 5:30 this evening with Chip Walters with that. And then coming up on Saturday, we've got Lady Raiders and Raiders as they host Western Kentucky. There has been a schedule change, if you didn't know about this. It was going to be the men's game followed by the women's game, like at 3 and then 6. Well, now it's going to be the women's game first, and they're going to tip that at noon. It's supposed to be really cold on Saturday. Maybe a little winter mischief, not expecting much, but just out of an abundance of caution and to get folks in and out before it gets really, really cold, they're going to do the Lady Raider game at noon, so that's an 11:30 airtime. Then the men's game will follow at 2:30 with a 3 o'clock tip-off. So we'll get to the men's game as soon as our women's broadcast is over, and it's a doubleheader, so, I mean, they're going to shift those times around if they have to. So that's coming up this weekend. We are going to get back to State Farm Prep basketball tomorrow night. We're going to head over to Siegel, Rockvale at Siegel. You'll hear the games on WGNS. John Dinkins and I will head out there tomorrow evening. 5:45 airtime for the prep game, and that'll be right after the Blue Raider podcast, which airs at 5 o'clock every Friday with Jake Bolden. That's 5 o'clock here on WGNS. So there you go. That's what's coming up. Back to prep basketball. I know schools are out today. Schools are out tomorrow. But I talked to Coach Wendell Ingram at Rockvale. He said games are on. So unless something changes, that's kind of what we're rolling with. Okay? So there you go. Saturday morning, Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner. Boys coaches this Saturday morning. Conversation begins at 9 a.m. And that is the latest we have for you in local sports. How about a check around the state of Tennessee? Josh Copley, take it away.
Access Tennessee Sports. I'm Josh Copley. It was a big night last night for Tennessee men's basketball. The Vols would sneak out a win against Georgia in overtime, 86-85. Tennessee was led in scoring by Jacoby Gillespie, who ended the night with 21 points. This conference victory was made even more special by the fact that it was Coach Rick Barnes' 850th career win. The Memphis Grizzlies would lose at home on Wednesday to the Charlotte Hornets 112-97. Jaren Jackson Jr. led the Grizzlies in scoring with 26 points, but it wouldn't be enough as Memphis has now lost 4 straight games. To make matters worse, they'll be without Ja Morant for at least 3 weeks with an elbow injury. Per the NFL Network, the Tennessee Titans have continued bolstering their coaching staff. Their most recent hire was on Wednesday when they brought in Shea Tierney to be the quarterback's coach. He has worked closely with offensive coordinator Brian Daboll, most recently with the New York Giants. I'm Josh Copley with Access Tennessee Sports.
I'm Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction. Are you looking for the perfect blend of city conveniences and country charm? The Maples has it all and features homes from 5 quality local builders and has amenities including a pool, tennis and pickleball courts, basketball, and soccer areas. Schedule a tour with Maples Realty and Auction today. Call us at 615-896-4740 or visit the Maples of Murfreesboro.com.
Maples Realty and Auction.
This is Rutherford County's Blue Raider station, FM 100.5 and 101.9, AM 1450, WGNS, Murfreesboro.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Will Dudley. Our special coverage of Tennessee's state of emergency continues as more counties request assistance from the Tennessee National Guard. Perry, Hickman, and Lewis County mayors all making pleas to the governor and Tennessee emergency managers to activate guardsmen to help clear roads, check on citizens, and evacuate the vulnerable to warming shelters. Statewide, at least 10 deaths have been attributed to the storm, with one of those being from carbon monoxide poisoning. TEMA urges concerned families and neighbors to use the Welfare Check Request Hotline established by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. You can call 1-800-TBI-FIND between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday to call and have a welfare check. Local dispatchers will then coordinate a home visit. Before power is restored, trees must be cleared, thousands of them. At least 3,000 drowned trees have been cleared and cut across the state. Governor Bill Lee signed an executive order allowing for faster tree and debris clearance and removal from around power lines, as it allows the Tennessee Department of Transportation to help non-state roads. The Tennessee National Guard will also send more personnel to integrate with Nashville Electric Service operations and with TDOT to help with cut and clear operations.
Turn to Turner Security.
Hey, it's Brian Barrett. Here at the radio station, we needed a security solution to keep the staff safe while also giving us some flexibility with guests entering the building. I've tried to find a solution for years, met countless representatives, and they all said it can't be done. That is, until I turned to Turner Security. Not only is it done, it's done right. For your home or business, take it from me. Turner Security is the only place I'd turn.
Turn to Turner Security.
Stay with this station for ongoing local coverage of storm impacts in your community. Reporting from Southwest Middle Tennessee, Will Nunley, Access Tennessee News.
When severe weather strikes, we break in.
A tornado watch is in effect for Rutherford County.
The most up-to-date weather information.
We'll be here with you on radio and with Rutherford Weather video channels as we continue to track this storm. As it
Get pinpoint details on severe and impactful weather in Rutherford County with Rutherford Weather.
A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for Rutherford County.
Listen to Rutherford Weather updates on WGNS and watch on YouTube and Facebook by following at RUCO Weather. That's RUCO Weather. Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Old National Bank.
I've got pets.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated, family-owned and operated. For residential and commercial customers, we offer a full range of services. Our services include one-time, monthly, and quarterly pest control, termite control, moisture and fungus control, automatic foundation vents, and more. Licensed, insured, and bonded for your protection. 893-7111.
All the best of the best to get rid of your pest.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. Let's patronize those local family businesses. Rutherford County schools are closed today and tomorrow. Murfreesboro City schools are closed today. Their ESP program is open only at the inclement weather sites. And don't miss the 53rd annual MTSU Baseball Groundhog Day Luncheon this Monday morning. And that's in the Student Union Ballroom, 11:30 this Monday morning. And speaking of Monday, the Rutherford County Beekeepers Association meets at 7 o'clock this Monday night. That's over at the Lane Agri-Park, 315 John R. Rice Boulevard. Once again, the Rutherford County Beekeepers Association's monthly meeting is at 7 o'clock this Monday night. The Red Cross is critically low on blood. This wintry weather has made the number of donations even lower, so they critically need your gift of life. Phone the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS and make an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. For more local news, go to wgnsradio.com.
Catch up on the latest community news and events, all before you hit your destination. The Rutherford Roundup. Subscribe today wherever you listen to podcasts or visit wgnsradio.com.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Well, Rutherford Issues is presented by, fueled by, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, reminding you to nudge that thermostat down just enough to stay comfortable. Just one of the simplest ways to save on heating cost and reduce the strain on your system. Find more tips at mte.com/myenergyplan. Speaking of Middle Tennessee Electric, thought we would spend our last couple of minutes here together talking about MTE and especially the linemen at Middle Tennessee Electric who have been working around the clock since this whole ordeal with the ice storm got started to restore power from the widespread outages caused by the ice storm and the impacts that we have had to deal with here, not only in Rutherford County, but Davidson County, Williamson County, and MTE's area. Williamson County was by far and away the hardest hit area. But so this is interesting. This morning in Rutherford County, currently, there are 649 power outages. Of those, 645 are with Nashville Electric Service, which services the Laverne area. So still 645 people in Laverne without power. There are 4 MTE power outages in Rutherford County. So, Williamson County, by the way, they have 2,572 power outages. In Williamson County, of those 2,572, 52 are MTE, and they have the bulk of Williamson County. Nashville Electric Service, 2,469 outages. Still over 84,000 in Davidson County without power. MTE's crews have been out, and they have been kicking it. It's just been a tough week. I remember hearing Chris Jones, the president and CEO of Middle Tennessee Electric. And this tells you something. The cooperative was put together back in 1936. And he said something that in this whole process stands out in my mind, that this was the most significant thing to happen, or he said one of the most significant things to happen in the cooperative's 90-year history. So that tells us the magnitude of what has taken place. So our hats off to the linemen, all the workers, all the countless hours, the whole team at Middle Tennessee Electric that they have put in during this ice storm ordeal. Hopefully, we get this thing behind us and say, see you later, alligator, right? Well, until next time, take care out there.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.